와, 포만감 보소.
Fuck me.
아씨,
Eat whatever takes your fancy, my friends. You look like you've had a hard journey.
The journey wasn't so bad, especially compared to what came before it.
Where are you coming from, anyway?
From Trusky.
That's Sir Otto von Burgo's domain. What were you doing there, pray tell?
죽을 뻔했지.
We were in a castle cellar, talking to an old acquaintance.
My God, how did that happen?
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil, and I had a job to do around Trusky, if you get my meaning.
Absolutely. But it wasn't much of a success, was it?
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a small stronghold.
And we nearly got von Berghoff, too.
And what prevented you from completing that righteous deed?
제 잘못도
Actually,
있습니다.
it's a little bit my fault.
What are you saying, boy?
Me and my lords were sent to negotiate an alliance with von Berghoff. But that snake was using us the whole time to do his dirty work. He pretended he was willing to cross over to the side of Wenceslas. But instead, he sent us to fight against the king's allies.
And if that wasn't enough, von Orlitz and the Prague militia joined with him.
But why would the Pragas send forces to Trusky?
But they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trusky, but here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation, and they took him along with them.
Here? To my fortress? Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas still has supporters.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to warn you. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Orlitz in the lead. It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard and drill the troops. But I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here. I'll have the best wine I have brought to you. Bring that red from Burgundy right away.
You might want to save some for Jobst.
I'll gladly risk his displeasure for this occasion.
It seems we both have the same opinion of Jobst, eh?
Well, that is, I wouldn't
인간답게
dream of
무례를 범할
disrespecting the
생각은
Margrave.
없다.
Where do you know him from?
I don't really know him as such. We merely know each other due to my original trade.
Yes, I've heard of you. They say you used to be, well...
Yes,
도적이야?
a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenceslas even put a price on my head once. And Catherine here, she...
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway, if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here. You two are quite on friendly terms, aren't you?
변경배? 딱 한 번
Well,
만났습니다.
we only met once, in fact. When he came to see Lord Hannes in Rattay.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point. As I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hinnek, the Dry Devil. Where is he?
Well, he was here for a
잠시만
while.
모르긴
At
했네만.
my invitation.
나갔다. 지금은 없다는
Was
건가?
here? So he's gone?
Where did he go?
I couldn't say. He didn't part quite on the best of terms.
That's quite normal for him. Don't take it to heart, sir.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave
그때
Jobst.
저 안에 글을 보고 뭐라
When he met
불안해하셨다.
Hinnek, he was somewhat disturbed.
왜 불안해하신 건가요?
Disturbed? Why?
Well, let's say, after an exchange of opinions, they agreed it would be best if they saw as little of each other as possible. I'm sure if you're interested in the details, the Margrave will explain it to you himself.
I'd be very surprised.
많은 악마는 왜 여기 왔던
What was
겁니까?
Dry Devil doing here, anyway?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of Sigismund's supply caravans and a troop of Cumans in these parts alone. It made me a little nervous. If anyone found out he was hiding out here, in the end, it was Jobst himself who sorted it out. He told Hynek he had to stop because he was interfering with his plans.
What do you think about all of this, sir? Sigismund, Wenceslas, Jobst?
What kind of question is that? Do you doubt my loyalty to our king?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Henry here sometimes forgets to
Oh,
weigh his
yeah.
words, sir.
That's all right. To be frank, we all know that King Wenceslas isn't the great man his father Charles was. But that is the way of the world. History is full of kings who didn't know how to wear the crown. The blood running in their veins is more important than what's in their heads. He's not a capable ruler. What of it? In my opinion, kingship is above all a guarantee of divine peace. A sovereign's greatest asset is
그렇지.
his legitimacy.
But what if the sovereign is truly bad? If he's mad, say.
I'll put it this way. Nobody lives forever, lad.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
So, what
어쩌죠?
about us?
뭘 해야 하나요?
What do we do now?
The Margrave will certainly want to talk to you, but the earliest he'll be back at the fortress will be tomorrow. I hope until then, you won't refuse my offer of a bed for the night.
Just an offer. So you'd let us leave if we wanted to.
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look after you until he returns, for the sake of security.
Whose security?
Good question. Yours, I expect.
So be it. I couldn't take another step anyway.
Sir, there's still one more thing we came for. Lord von Bergov is holding my lord, Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, hostage. And we also have to warn Jobst's ally, John of Liechtenstein. Do you know anything about those two?
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Bergau had come here until you told me. And I've heard nothing about Lord Liechtenstein.
Which is actually good news. If he'd been caught and executed, the word would be all over the region.
그렇구나. 오케이.
So there's a strong hope he's alive.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Lord Pisek.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is open to all the king's supporters, even if that does make it a bit crammed.
자러
Suppose
가겠습니다.
I ought to get to bed. Where can I sleep, sir?
I had some chambers prepared for all of you. Yours is right here in the palace. Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss it. There's a garland above the door. But first, eat your fill. All of you. And maybe you'd like to bathe before going to bed. I told my servant Susanna to prepare baths for you. The baths are in the little house in the courtyard, right next to the well.
예. 일단 감사합니다. 머트? 씨발 살아 있었냐? 살아 있는지도 몰랐네. 잠깐만. 홀이 장착이 안 돼 있구나. 머트한테 줄 음식을 좀 줍시다.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Here, Mutt. Here you go. Take it.
일로 와.
Heal.
Stop that whistling.
버트 왜 그래? 시기 왜 이래? 뭐야? 저쪽을 바라보는 거야. 일단 나가서 씨? 이 위에도 할 게 있나? 올라가는 길이 더 있어? 아따, 단검도 다 시켜주고. 목에 끼는 게 없구나, 내가 지금. 왜 들고 있는 거야, 난?
Excuse me.
여기 죄송한데 빨리 좀 가실래요? 너게 느리네.
Look at me.
아,
I could use this.
이거 봐라. 여긴가? 씨는 뭐야? 자기 전에 몸을 씻으시오. 아, 여기 욕실이 있구나, 여기 어딘가에. 여기가 내 방인가 보다. 그치. 그러네. 방을 찾아볼게요. 나 좀 씻어야겠다.
I'm with you.
Excuse me.
여긴가? 여기요.
Lord Pisek said we could have a bath here?
Yes, sir. I prepared the hot water and fragrant oils myself.
어,
And I'll
그래?
wash your clothes as well.
Thank you.
고맙소.
You needn't thank me, sir. And now, if you'll allow me, I'll help you undress.
아이고, 감사합니다. 다 빨렸나? 오, 깨끗해졌어. 쓰레기 버려. 나와. 자면 되나? 딱히 할 게 없는 것 같은데도.
What can I do for you?
I'll have a look.
재단사 도구? 얼마냐?
Thank you. And take care.
하나만 사.
What do you plan to do now?
What do you think? Have a proper meal and then go and lie down?
같이 갈까? 이건 안
That's a
돼.
good plan.
You too.
네바코프에 무슨 일 있었던 거지?
What happened at Nebakov?
You're asking me?
Of course. I know you weren't there, but maybe you heard something. I only remember that diabolical shot. Nothing after that.
That must have been really terrible.
멀리,
I heard
그래?
the shot all the way from Troskowitz. I'm afraid all I know
사폰
is when they took the fortress.
경찰들이 거기 사람들을 전부
Von Aulitz's
몰래
men
나왔다.
hung everyone they found there. I'm sorry.
무한으로 있던 미하일은
Do
어떻게
you
된지
know if
알아?
Michael, the adjutant, survived?
I'm afraid I do know. Zhishka said the shot killed him on the spot.
Did you know him?
Aye. He was a good man. He saved my life once.
에바,
I didn't know that. Do you want to talk about it?
Not now, thank.
There was this healer called Clara there.
A girl of yours?
No, I don't know her well,
아니야.
but she was very kind to me. I suppose now I'll never see her again.
Poor girl. May God forgive her sin. You have to live every day like it's going to be your last. That's all you can do in our
Thank you.
I'm sorry I can't.
No, that's...
피체크 경에 대해 어떻게 생각해? 피제 크경이 아까 그 사람이잖아. 딱히 이건 궁금하지도 않아. 너 맛있게 먹어라 너는. 난 잠이나 잘난데. 아유. 12시간 수면 중입니다. 자동으로 자네. 천천히 흐른다. 꿈속이에요 또. 왜 또 직접 죽였어? 아버지 아니야.
So you got your revenge. Did it make you feel any better? It did. So what comes next?
Mark von Aulitz is next. Then von Burghoff.
And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
그럼 어쩌라고요?
It's what I want.
Are you sure, Henry?
뭐 어쩌라고 도대체. 마을 사람을 다 죽인 사람인데 그럼 용서해줘? 떵떵거리면서 살고 있는.
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes.
왜 그래?
The Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
카테리나.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast.
어이구 고맙습니다.
In case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No,
아니야.
definitely not. Thank you. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
경이라고 부를 필요 없어.
I'm not a nobleman. You don't have to stand on ceremony with me.
I do, since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir. May I leave?
I.
그래.
That is, yes, of course.
Thank you, sir.
가. 아침을 가져왔다고? 아 이거구나. 그래 고맙고. 왜 또 다 벗고 있니? 갑시다. 왜 무기도 다 벗겨져 있는 거야? 리오퍼디나는 닮았다. 서기관. 저쪽에 계신가 보다. 여기 계시나 보네, 누가. 근데 지슈카를 찾아라. 지슈카의 방은 모르겠을 것 같은데 느낌이. 봐봐. 이건가?
Look what I have for you.
네, 먹으라고 이거. 어디 건방이고.
Greetings.
God be with you.
I'm sorry.
God bless.
God be with you.
여기는 얘네 사병들 방인 거 같고. 이게 아닌가 보다 그러면. 밖에 있나 본데 지슈카 방은. 여기? 전혀 아니 설마 여기 있겠어? 대장의 부인. 여기는 딱 봐도
Good morning.
You wouldn't happen to know where...
You mean that bony knight? See you later.
You see, meine Dame? We aren't idle here. My men train like that every day.
Admirable. If Sigismund... Hello, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his
남편 요새에 대해 되는
desolate
걸 진통
fortress.
중이었다.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as mein Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its
이
garrison.
공방 최고다.
Mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad? Am I right?
모르겠는데요. 일단 아주 훌륭하고.
I have to admit, the soldiers here look pretty fearsome. I wouldn't want to come up against them in battle.
I get the feeling you'd run instead of facing them, though. Hey?
Leave him be, meine Dame. Nobody with any sense would take on my men.
Now look here, I was just being polite. I'd happily take on your men.
Ach ja?
Do you fancy yourself a knight?
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm, and let you have a go against one of ours. Pullcock, come here! The first to bleed loses.
그래요. 잘 먹네. 어디? 으차.
Excellent, Henry.
It was nothing.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword. I hope my
더럽게 못
idiots
싸우네.
learned a thing or two from you.
You should receive some kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have in mind?
I was rearranging our saddlebags, and I remembered I took a small memento from Trotsky.
Oh. What is it?
A hunting crossbow. I
오,
even think it's von
세네에
Burgoff's.
없었는데 잘 됐다.
I was meaning to sell it, but it might serve you better.
My word. Thank you. I better go and find Zizka. The Margrave is expecting us.
I saw Zhishka next to the stables. There was some girl hanging around him.
Do you want to come with us to see Jobst?
Not really. I'll go and pack my things instead. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
와, 여자의 직감. 대장의 부인 게르타.
God bless.
How are you, dear good wife?
All the better for being greeted so respectfully.
But I hope my husband didn't hear you. He's terribly jealous and he could have you whipped. He's the captain here, you know. God be with you. It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
예?
I went to see my brother, and...
여기 있네.
And this scar. It's strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
This.
How are things, Captain?
오, 괜찮아졌네.
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
마찬가지죠.
Not so great. I'm feeling pretty battered.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Nah, don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Yobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing. And you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble.
유포스트는
Yobst has turned
직접
coats
밥
more
먹듯이
times than I
주는
can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
아, 그래서
I'll be going then.
Oh, excuse me.
요 이쁜이 이쁜이 아닌가? 야씨 얼굴을 좀 세셔야 되고 세려고 가야 되는 거 아니야? 세수할 데가 없네.
Careful.
자. 혹시나 입힐까? 이게 더 낫네. 그리고 뭐가냐구나 이거.
Henry.
Yep.
Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
아이고, 큰일 났다. 베르거프가 우리를 배신했습니다.
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Ratai, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
생각지 모르겠다. 지슈카의 만남은 쉽지
It wasn't the
않았습니다.
best circumstances to meet Zhizka in. They sent him to the Trotsky region to cause problems, and our paths happened to cross. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zhizka orders? Do you know?
람베르크에서 몰라
I have
모르겠습니다.
no idea, sir.
That's a pity. I would be very keen to know.
어떻게 모르실 수가 있죠?
Enough about Zhizka. I also heard something about a pillory and poaching. What the hell did you and Sir Hans get up to?
그들이 우리를 전령이 아니라 거지로 착각했습니다.
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
개입 풍경을 위해서만이 아닙니다. 많이 힘들어했습니다.
You can't even imagine it, Your Grace.
I certainly cannot, in truth. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
이스반 토트가 트로스키에 있었습니다.
Well, you should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Berghoff.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc around Ratai.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk. And do you want to tell me anything else? Besides about Toth?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Berghoff's dungeon. And I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
리히텐슈타인을 배신했습니다. 아무 말도 하지 않았습니다. 아무
Well, I
말도 안
asked
했어요.
questions, yes. But I was counting on that and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
I just thought something up.
Henry, what exactly did you tell them? What you might consider to be a minor detail might be something of utmost importance.
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
But you said you had time to think. So how was it then?
Well,
I've had better liars than you failed to trick me.
아니 아무 말도
So
안.
tell me, what came out of those loose lips
내가
of
말한 게
yours?
아니라
although it wasn't me who told him, von Berghoff did get certain information.
What information?
About Liechtenstein. That he's in Kuttenberg. And what he's
내가
doing
아직 안
there.
됐네.
I'm really sorry, sir.
이빨.
But, well, they tortured us.
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's too much to expect anyone to hold their tongue under torture.
But Lord Liechtenstein, What if they killed him because of us?
John went straight into the lion's den. He knew the risks. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
한스경을 버릴 순 없습니다. 영광입니다만 그럴 순 없습니다.
Sir, that's a generous offer, and I appreciate it. But it's not what I want.
If you wish to stay and help here, I'll be glad, of course. I need someone to escort my envoys, and you've proven yourself more than capable.
It's Lord Capon, Your Grace. I came to find out where he is and rescue him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
그게 유럽의 싸움의 방식이긴 하지.
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
Oh. And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway.
예, 안 좋은 애라고 생각을 해서.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force.
원래 다 그렇지 뭐.
But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
그래, 안 싸우고 만약 하면 좋지. 씨발, 그런 상황이 안 나올 것 같은데.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information.
그렇긴 하지.
Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find the Dried Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
걔가 그 정도야? 내 말은 어디 간 거야?
Stay close. The devil doesn't know you, but he should recognize me, even like this, unless he...
잠깐.
Too drunk.
What's your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
That won't be
내
necessary.
말로 바뀌었네.
We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
Oh, so all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that,
I'm up for that.
don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumor mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and
돈
move on.
많냐?
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favored meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on
내
Sigismund's
신기를
toes,
제대로
we
건드릴
need
거라면
capable
그만한
men.
실력자가
And the
필요하다.
devil's capable.
거의 모든 분야의 실력자다.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Hinek's not alone.
히네카
He
혼자
has the
그냥
devil's
시청자들이
pack.
있다.
Who?
That's what his band is called.
지금
They're
우리에게
exactly the
필요한
sort of men
인재들.
we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry. It's going to take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I just hope Sir Hans is all right.
Why wouldn't he be? He's the Lord of Perkstein. He's of no use to them dead.
If I don't bring him back to Hanush alive, I might as well hang myself. Anyway, how much farther is it?
Still a long way to go. Shall we speed up?
Aye.
빠르 가자.
The sooner we get there, the better.
엄청 머네. 예? 아니 미친 어디까지 가는 거야?
We're here. I hope our journey doesn't prove to be in vain. Keep your hand on your hilt, Henry. Around here, you never know what might...
오케이. 완전 개판이구나. 벌써부터.
I warned you had it coming, you drunk.
Hang on. I didn't see it. Does feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God.
Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a crossing for an alternative, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Shishka?
뭐야?
You turn on your heel.
혹시 제가 마른 악마?
If you value your life, you might have noticed there's more of us than you.
That can be fixed.
뭐요? 이게 씨발 뭔 일이요? 야 들어와.
Come on, scum! Watch out! He's got a dog!
나이스. 오케이. 뭐지?
Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
구벤카야.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
형이야.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps.
활솜씨가.
If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
그거면 돼요?
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper, Dreadlight.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
All right, then. What did I do to deserve you? Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but thank you. I'm much obliged. You don't need to worry about anything. We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you. But leave us alone now.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catchpoles would be interested in them. You might even get a reward.
Did you hear Lord Chishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
빨리 가라 임마. 그 악마라는 사람은 누구죠?
Who's this devil fella of yours, anyway?
He's an angry, dangerous murderer. Someone you want on your side. But never against you.
And a treacherous old fox, too. One time, he was besieging a castle, and when they refused to surrender, he dressed up as a begging hag. They let him in, and he slit their throats in their sleep. I still regret not being there to see that.
미쳤네.
I was there. In fact, he kidnapped that hag's grandsons and told her he'd cripple them unless she let him in the castle. She opened the gate for him at night, and you know the rest.
Ha! Well, I could better the way devil tells it.
당신과 악마밖에
Is it just
없으니까.
you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
That's the problem.
What problem?
Well, I'm alone here.
Where's everybody else?
I'd like to know that too. When the devil was captured, they scattered. Some are dead, some ran for the hills. Some are probably holed up somewhere drinking.
What? The devil's been captured and that's how you tell me the news?
Who captured him?
How should I know? Some armed bastards.
Shit, Kubienka, you must know who came after you and why.
Well, we botched this job in Kuttenberg. It was supposed to be a breeze, but the fuckers outnumbered us 3-1. Before we could react, they knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man on a door. Etta and I tried to help him, but we just couldn't.
Fuck.
It pisses me off that we had to leave him there. But we would have been captured.
How long has it been since he was captured?
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So, maybe a week, maybe even a month. More like a month.
A month? They haven't hanged him yet.
That's the thing. The devil's famous. Lots of people want him dead. But they won't give him the news or the axe. They want to send his soul to the Lord in a much worse way. The devil is a proper bastard, but not even he deserves that.
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why? The town guard took him.
신의 감옥.
So he's probably the
신의
town
감옥
jail?
Fuck. There's no way we're getting him out of there.
My word.
아닌가?
Otherwise, we would have gotten him away from those fuckers a long time ago. Not even a mouse can get in there. We can't pull off something like that.
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on his head. He's the most feared robber baron in Bohemia. There are several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him. They really want to relish his death. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes you a dice wager, they'll spill him what they don't know. They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're going to move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He will be watched by a dozen armed guards. We're only 3, so unless you have 10 men up your sleeve...
I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty. You know the rest.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody will listen if we mention coin. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Have you got some?
Well, not on me. But maybe there are some in our old camp. It isn't far.
Maybe?
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hid them. And as luck would have it, they're not far from the road they used to transport the devil.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that begs for something nasty to happen in it. West of here. You can't miss it.
Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze.
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons. He may be...
Great! At least I won't have to carry them myself.
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at the ambush spot. Keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off.
아, 말이 딱 봐도 많아 보이긴 한다. 오케이, 구벤카 오늘 여기까지다. 반가웠습니다. 아니, 반갑습니다, 여러분들. 바이.